on, babe. Do what I say. Like my name was sign me out. Netflix, her couch. Soon as I leave, sign me out. St. Louis up like we in the trees. Dark fried rice like three.
Hello, hello, test.
I'm Keanu Reeves. Rolling, wanna meet me. Girl, that cold make it pop sicker. Outshine all these, no obstacle. Country then clicker. She gon' keep her ticker. And baby, that's why yeah, baby, that's why
Los bolsillos llenos, me siento como un buster. Todas se me arriman. Mala mía, si tu gata está en mi roster. Pa' su postre, entro el dueño de la aldea. Women se me pegan, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. Mira, no imaginas lo que te espera. Entro el dueño de la aldea. Women se me pegan, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. Mira, no imaginas lo que te espera. El abuso, si sale un meque, mis perros están buzos. Me sobran los recursos y cuando traboneamos la hablo sucio. Lealtad siempre promete, me afila el machete. La tengo arañando las paredes, facturando emerald verde. Todos los semáforos luz verde. Entro el dueño de la aldea, women se me pegan, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. Mira, no imaginas lo que te espera. Entro el dueño de la aldea, women se me pegan, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. Mira, no imaginas lo que te espera. Arte Mona Lisa por mi cama se desliza.
All right, Cotter Nation, we are back. The big Cotters are so fucking back. Number one overall team in the preseason, number one contact team, number one power team, number two pitching, number four defense, and a bunch of fucking slow-ass fat asses, 28th speed. First in team weight, too. The Cotter brothers and Farmer really hurt that total, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the big Cotter lineup. And for the first time, and it fucking has some randos up, so let's fix the roster first. You're gone. Outright waivers. You're heading to AAA. And Austin Hayes, see you later, buddy. Andrew Tyson, welcome to the Major League Club. Drew Spalding, welcome to the Major League Club. Evan Ingram, welcome to the Major League Club. Okay. Also, please let me know if my mic volume is either too loud or too soft. Feel like sometimes it's ear rape on the football broadcast with my microphone level, so. All right, here is your big Cotter lineup. For the first time as a position player, Kyle Tosk will be out there in center field. 89 contact against righties, 87 plate discipline, on base, guy at the top of the order, solid defense, 75 speed and steal, decent, solid all-around player. In the two-hole, actually we're gonna change this lineup around a little bit. We're gonna have Joel hit fifth. I think this makes the most sense. Mix up some lefty righties. Hitting second, the 99 overall second baseman, Brady Lang. Just an elite hitter. 87, 90, 84, 86, 81 plate discipline, 70 clutch, decent defender, nothing special. Pretty fast, 82 speed, 83 steal. This will be the best player on the big Cotters. In the 3-hole, Tim Wallace just blisters right-handed pitching, 86 contact right, 90 power right. Keep in mind, too, that some of these attributes will progress as well. Everybody's 21 and 22 years old, so some of these stats will get a little better as the simulation goes on. Hangs in there against left-handed pitching. Solid defender in left. Not super fast, but just keeping up with the big Cotter theme. Troy Williams at first base, just a power masher. 85 power against righties, 91 against lefties. Good vision, too, so a power hitter who doesn't strike out that much. 80 clutch as well. Defense not a strong suit, but all the Cotters need from him is the mash. Now here's a guy who has defense as a strong suit, shortstop. The switch hitter, hitting fifth. Joel Salin, power masher, strikeout machine, but he will crush some baseballs, play great defense at short, and steal some bags. Highest steal rating in the big Cotter starting lineup. Hitting sixth, playing right field, Kieran Tawari, another power bat. The Cotter's going to have some pop in the middle of their order with these four guys. And very strong arm from Kieran out there in right. He will hose some guys trying to score. Do not run on Tawari. Sam Holvey, nice mix here in the lineup of a contact bat. Elite Gold Glove level third base and an elite contact hitter. Barely going to strike out. Puts the ball in play. High average hitter. At DH, gimmick man, Adam Price. Decent player. His highest rating is gimmick, so he has 99 gimmick, the rest is average, so that's about what you can expect from that troll. And then the catcher position is the one weakness in this big Cotter lineup. It'll be the Cotter brothers battling it out for the catcher spot. Austin starting against, there's the Brewer lineup, my fault. Austin will be starting against righties. Caleb will be starting against lefties. Here is Austin. He is absolutely massive. 270 was the max you could go on weight, unfortunately, but long-haired, fat ass. Does have a strong arm back there. Does block well somehow. But the hitting side of things, not ideal. Does have decent plate discipline, but absolute strikeout machine. Chases every pitch. Someone mentioned me in the chat. Hold on. So come escape with me, just a rebel, looking for a place to be. So let's kick, and push, and coast. Turn up the mic. I'm also just talking quietly because my whole family's asleep. Here's Caleb Cotter, not a whole lot better. Has a little bit more pop in his bat. Not as good of a defensive player as his brother Austin, but can definitely hit for a little bit more power. Not quite as disciplined. Is more clutch, though. So we'll see which Cotter brother wins out in the ongoing catcher battle. But Austin will get the majority of the work against righties. I keep hitting the wrong thing. My fault. And Caleb will play against lefties. On the bench, Jordan Elliott, center fielder, really valuable bench option. 98 speed, 95 steal, as well as 85 fielding, 87 reaction in center, 99 durability, and has a decent contact rating against lefties. So this will be a very valuable bench piece for the Cotters. Pinch runner late, defensive sub late. Occasional start against righties. Nate Reed, probably your top offensive bench option, does hit righties very well. 76 contact right, 73 power right, decent vision and discipline. Not a whole lot of defense. Probably is going to get some DH starts, especially when Gimmick Man probably gets suspended for trolling too much. And then Andrew Tyson, worst player on the bench, just a backup middle infield option, decent defense. Can hit lefties a little bit, but nothing spectacular. Probably will get the least playing time of anybody on the big Cotters. On to the pitching rotation. The ace of the staff, Connor Rourke. 90 hits per 9, 87 Ks per 9. Sinker, cutter, changeup, slider, splitter. Tops out at about 94. But he will be the ace of this big Cotter staff. And then James Bartolo Colon Kennedy IV behind him. Pitch to contact, low walk guy. Doesn't strike a ton of guys out, but efficient. Four-seamer, changeup, 12-6 curve, slider, two-seamer. Sits around 92. Probably just going to fire up 2.9 ERA seasons efficiently for this Cotter rotation. Rydell, solid all-around pitcher at an 87 overall. Pretty good stuff for him. Four-seam, two-seam, changeup, curve, slider. A lot of different options there. Nothing spectacular, but a good player. Only lefty in the rotation. Greg Terry sits around 93. Four-seam, 12-6 curve, slurve, knuckle curve. He's got a lot of breaking stuff that he can bust out. 82 hits per 9. And then Owen Van Ness, your fifth starter, going to try to eat some innings. Gives up a lot of long balls. Sinker cutter guy, which is usually good in the show. Long relief option, Jack Youngman has 60 stamina. He's been the long relief guy on every big Cotter team pretty much. Solid player. Keeps the ball in the ballpark. Osama Ben Keefe, we'll see if he can not be a terrorist in this big Cotter franchise. Solid reliever. Tops out at 96 with a four-seamer, sweeping curve, splitter. 79 hits per 9, 83 homers per 9. Drew Spalding, a lefty option in the pen. Hopefully won't see him in very many high-leverage opportunities. Jake Smith, 97. Throws some stuff, can strike some guys out. Evan Ingram, another guy, hopefully is just in mop-up duty for the big Cotters. Don't need to see a whole lot of him. Oh, reliable Handel is back. 87 hits per 9. Sinker, slider, two-seamer, changeup. This guy just gets outs from the left side and is back again. Coleman Hawkins, the most interesting reliever in the pen. 6'10", 230-pound reliever. Tops out at 100. He has 99 velocity, so it says 99 because that's the max it goes, but he will hit 100 in the game. 91 Ks per 9, really hard to hit. Doesn't totally know where the ball's going some nights, 52 walks per 9. So Coleman Hawkins will be quite the adventure in the bullpen. Electric stuff. Can he throw it in the zone? If he can, he is going to be dominant. And then the big Cotter closer, 87 overall, Mike Farmer, number 69. Cutter, sweeper, sinker, 93 hits per 9, 90 Ks per 9. Throws 97. Nasty. Midget, though. So we'll see what Mike Farmer can do on the hill. But that is the big Cotter 26-man roster. I'll be right back. I need to get my water bottle, and then we will jump into opening day.
My laces, I scale the mountains, I sail the sea, and all that searching led back to me. Then someone's love, someone's other love, my mother was a son I didn't make.
For opening day, we're going to quick manage this ball game, get a sense of the Cotterville Coliseum for the first time with Connor Rourke on the bump against Logan Webb in Cotterville. Doesn't get better than this. And of course, here we go. Look at this place, man. The Cotterville Coliseum. And here is your opening day starting 9 for Cotterville. Look at that beautiful ballpark, the Cotterville Coliseum. Giants Cotters to kick off the 2025 season. The rainbow flags blowing in from the outfield. A packed house of 56,000. Terry Francona managing this Cotter ball club. Should have put some random manager. I could still do that. As the Cotters take the field for the first time. What does Rourke have in him on opening day? Here we go. Quick start for Rourke. 1-2-3 inning. Cotters will hit. Toss takes a leadoff walk. Lang grounds into a fielder's choice. Wallace grounds into a fielder's choice. And Troy Williams, first 2 runs of the big Cotter season, 2-run homer. It is 2-0 Cotters in the first inning. Joel Salin doubles and a strikeout from Tawari. Rourke has an early lead to work with. Welcome to the 2025 season. Troy Williams, Sam Holvey base hit. Adam Price, the fucking gimmick man, hits into a double play. And Rourke looks real sharp, strikes out the side in the third. Top of the Cotter order due. Lang base hit, double play Wallace. Who made an error for Rourke, who's dealing? Go fuck yourself, whoever you are. It's probably Tosk, right? Yep. Nope. It says E8. 8 would be Tosk. It says Tawari. That's hilarious if it was me. Whoever it was, the game can't get their numbers straight. First and second one out. Hit by pitch. Bases loaded. Let's jump in and see if Rourke can work out of this jam. Pitching to Cotter with the long hair. And the cutter, swing and a miss for Matt Chapman. What a beautiful ballpark this is. And he got him. Not sure what the fuck Matt Chapman is swinging at there, but the sinker that ran in 2 feet into his hands and low, he chases somehow, some way, and a humongous strikeout for Rourke, and now he has to face Mike Yastrzemski to try and get out of the jam. Misses with a splitter away. Only bad part about this Cotter logo is that you can't see any of the text on the score bug, but we'll live. I can vaguely make out the pitch count. Actually, you can see the pitch count fine. 59 pitches for Rourke. There's a nasty splitter and a chance to get out of it for Rourke. 2-1. Misses there, 3-1. Nowhere to put Yastrzemski, as Rourke has had some command issues in this inning with a walk and a hit by pitch. And he misses there with a sinker, and he walks in a run. 2-1 Cots. Who's the big Cotter pitching coach that needs to go have a visit with the right-hander? Gerard Encarnacion, as Rourke finally pumps in a strike. And he got away with one there, middle, as Tosk will get under it and make the catch, and Rourke limits the damage to just 1. He did not allow a hit in the inning. It was error, walk, hit by pitch, walk that scored the runs. As the man who homered earlier in the game steps to the plate. Grounds out. Salin walks. Let's see if he can steal the first Cotter bag of the year. He does. And a base hit, but Salen is thrown out at the plate, and Holvey strikes out. See if Rourke can settle in after that tough inning. 2-out hit for Jung-Ho Lee, and this game is tied on a Lamont Wade Jr. double. 2-2 in the 5th as Adam Price, gimmick man, sends one out. Cotter's lead. Solo home run, Adam Price, as Cotter strikes out feebly. Tosk with his second walk, and Brady Lang 2-run bomb. 3rd homer of the day for the Cotters. It's 5-2. This Cotter lineup can mash. Let's see if Rourke can get deep into this ball game. 1-2-3 inning. Salen leads it off against Tristan Beck. Cotter's got on 1-2-3. What's Rourke's pitch count look like? 83. He's got a 7th inning in him. Has allowed just 2 hits. 8-9 in the order. Back to the top. 1-2-3. What an outing. Very, very solid opening day outing for Rourke. Just 2 hits allowed, 2 runs. And he'll turn it over to the back end of the Cotter bullpen. Back-to-back strikeouts, and the Cotters go down feebly in the 7th. Let's see. With 2 lefties due to start the inning, old reliable Handel will make his season debut. Ground out walk. Ramos flies out, and Adames flies out. 5-2 Cotters, 3 outs left to get. Let's see if they can tack on. Leadoff double Brady Lang. Wallace grounds out. Tough opening day for Wallace. And a base hit for Williams, 6-2. Base hit Salen. Tawari adds on 7-2. Cotters are mashing, and they will not have to use their closer here tonight. Jake Smith will get the 9th inning. 1, 2, 3. Cotters win. Opening day victory for Cotterville, 7-2 the final over the Giants. Rourke twirls 7 2-run innings. Cotter offense hits 3 homers. Heck of a win. Seven innings, 2 hits, 9 punch-outs for Rourke. Lang goes 3 for 4 with a homer and a double. Williams 2 for 4. Homer, 3 RBIs. You can't even see the opponents on the schedule. My God. All right, let's go to about, let's see, end of May. See where things are at. We don't give a fuck about the AAA team. They're never going to see the bigs. Hate to break it to them. Cotter's off to a strong start. 15-10. Little losing streak there. Here go the Cotters. As they approach the end of May, and Bryce Terang gets traded to the Orioles. What a humongous loss for the Brewers. Great news for Cotterville, though. A division rival loses a really solid ball player in Terang. Tough trade there, although they get Ryan O'Hearn. I don't think the game quite reflects his real-life season, however. And Basalo's a really good catching prospect, actually. The Brewers fleece again. What am I talking about? The Brewers don't lose trades. Let's put this bum on the 60-day injured list. Never hear from him again. End of May, the Cotters 36-23, 5.5 game lead over the Cubs. 7 and 7.5 over the Brewers and Cardinals. Let's clear all these. Let's take a look at how guys are performing. Tosk, 256, 356, 444, 800 OPS on the nose. You live with that from your leadoff hitter. Brady Lang, 320, 397, 549, 946 OPS, 10 bombs already. Get him in MVP talks, but actually get this guy in MVP talks. 967 OPS, 37 RBIs already, 9 more walks than strikeouts for Wallace. Williams, 8 homers, 28 RBIs, 805 OPS. Joel's decent. Not hitting for a super high average, but 10 homers, 37 driven in. Tawari, 10 homers, 28 driven in, 832 OPS. Are there any holes in this Cotter lineup? Well, here's one. Sam Holvey hitting like Jordan Walker. 204 for a guy with 87 contact, 90 contact. He's already -4 against lefties. Brutal start to the season for Holvey. I mean, good Lord. Thank God he plays defense. Price, too busy trolling and gimmicking to contribute anything to this Cotter team. And Austin Cotter, actually, I will live with that from Cott. I expected worse. 321 on base, I take that. Is Caleb outperforming him? Average-wise, yes. Only 2 homers for Caleb, despite having decent power ratings, although he's only has 69 plate appearances. Is Nate Reed outperforming Price? Absolutely fucking not. He's been awful. Elliott somehow has 90 ABs. That should never be happening. And Tyson somehow has 93 ABs. That should also never be happening, although he's actually playing decent. Pitching-wise, Rourke, 167 ERA, .86 whip, 92 strikeouts. I mean, does it get more dominant than this? This is unbelievable. Better than Skeen's numbers. And Kennedy right behind him, dominating as well, 262 ERA. Rydell struggling a little bit, 427, 150 whip. Terry, decent. You live with those numbers. Striking nobody out, but 398 ERA. And Van Ness is hanging in there, and he's striking some dudes out. Youngman, only 12 innings. 3 games pitched for Youngman. All right, well, Tito Francona does not like him. Osama Ben Keefe is an utter disaster. Drew Spalding, 4.15 ERA. Take it. Jake Smith, 3.46 ERA, giving up some base runners, but take it. Evan Ingram, 10 2/3 solid innings. Handel, reliable, just continues to get it done. 32 innings already. His arm's going to fall off. Hawkins, definitely walking some guys, but 37 strikeouts, 174 ERA. And Farmer, I mean, he's been nasty. Has blown 2 saves, but only walked 5. Great season so far. There's your Cotter numbers. Let's get to the All-Star break and check back in. Will Sam Holvey show up to the season? We don't care. And Yohan Duran is headed to Philadelphia for Nick Castellanos and Brian Rincon. What trade could this possibly be? Don't care. Irrelevant to us. That guy's never touching the majors. Uh-oh. Elbow inflammation for Rourke. That's never good, but hopefully he's only going to be out for a few days as we will simulate the draft. That guy's never touching the major leagues either. And let's see if the Cotters have any home run derby participants. They don't. Wow. Surprising. All-Star game participants. I know the Cotters will have some of those. I know Rourke is going to make it if he's not hurt. Isn't starting, but certainly will be on the National League team. He isn't. Kennedy is. So Rourke either fell off or the voters hate him. Maybe they don't want drug addicts on the All-Star roster. That could be it too. But James Kennedy will represent the Cotters in the rotation. Mike Farmer in the bullpen. 2.62 ERA. 32 saves, only 3 blown. Has struck out 56. That is a good season. As far as offensively, Brady Lang will DH for the National League club. Hell of a season so far for Lang. Well-deserved. Where is Tim Wallace on this roster? I mean, okay, he's here. The last guy on the bench. I mean, what a snub. Should be starting. Dude is hitting 300, 400, 528. That is some absolute horse shit, but they stay hating on Cotterville around here. Let's take a look at the numbers. Tosk has been on fire, apparently. 299, 391, 536 slug, 927 OPS, 18 homers, 38 RBIs, and 4.4 WAR at the All-Star break for the Cotter center fielder. Brady Lang, The lone Cotter All-Star starter, 18 bombs, 56 driven in, 317, 390, 551, 3.8 WAR. Tim Wallace snubbed from starting, hitting 300, 401 on base, 528 slug, 929 OPS, 3.7 WAR, 10.1 strikeout rate is pretty incredible for a guy with his power. Troy Williams not playing very well, 702 OPS, only 11 homers for a guy with a lot of power. Disappointing first half for the Cotter first baseman so far. Not striking out, though. This Cotter team does not strike out. Joel Salin also pretty disappointing first half. Did hit 15 homers, driving 49, but a lot of strikeouts. Only hitting 222 with a 735 OPS. Still 2.4 WAR, though, with his great shortstop defense. Tawari, very good first half. 810 OPS, 19 homers. That might be the team lead. I think everyone else had 18. Somehow not worth... It is worth 0.0 WAR, though. Must be a total disaster on the bases and defensively somehow. Has Holvey picked it up? No, he has been terrible. Just a tough season for Holvey, and he is losing attributes. I'm going to give him those attributes back, the -6 and -5, but goddamn. 602 OPS for Holvey. Just a disastrous season. Gimmick man's been a joke. Maybe focus on the field, not trolling everybody every second. Cotter is awful, just a total piece of shit. Fat ass you can't hit. Tyson has been a decent bench option, somehow getting 160 plate appearances. That should not be happening. Caleb Cotter's been a little bit better than Austin, so welcome to the starting role against righties, Caleb. Can't fucking deal with Austin anymore. Nate Reed hitting 174. Nice. All right then. And Jordan Elliott does have 11 steals, but can't really hit. Let's move Austin to the lefty starter just to balance it out. Pitching rotation. Why? Oh, because Rourke's hurt momentarily. I was going to say, why is Rourke not starting? You're telling me this guy isn't on the All-Star team? I mean, did he get a PED suspension or something? Did he get domestic violence charges against him halfway through the season? I mean, what in the fuck is this? 2.17 ERA. This should be the Cy Young favorite. And then he's not on the All-Star team. Interesting. Maybe they just don't let young boy listeners, supporters of that thug, on the team via the fan vote. That makes some sense, I guess. Kennedy, 2.56 ERA. What a beast. Bartolo Colon Jr. Rydell has been terrible. Just total meatball thrower. What can you do? Terry, very solid season so far, 3.78 ERA. And Van Ness hanging in there in the fifth starter role. And then Youngman as the long reliever, 29 innings of 3.07 ERA ball. You live with that. Osama Ben Keefe cannot see a high leverage situation the rest of the year. He's a disaster. Spalding, decent work in 36 2/3 innings. Not sure why he's pitching that much, but must love the matchups with the lefty. Jake Smith has struck out 55 in 43 innings, 3.50 ERA ball. Solid work. Ingram, 17 innings, 3.12 ERA. Walks a lot of guys, though. Oh, reliable Handel, 51 1/3 innings of 1.75 ERA baseball. This guy is just nails. Hawkins struggling with some control, as feared. Giving up more hits than you'd expect, too. Hasn't been the Hawkins you've hoped for so far. Does strike a fuck ton of guys out, though. And Farmer, the all-star closer, has 32 saves. So that is your all-star break overview. Cotter's currently 3 games up on the Cubs, only 54 43. So the offense underperforming a little bit. Top 3 in the order, getting it done. Rest of the offense a little underperforming. Bullpen's been mid at best. When are some Cubs series? 3-game series against the Cubs here in early August. And they don't play them again unless I can't read. Actually, they do at home here. So this will be a series we jump into. Will St. Louis or Milwaukee be involved? It doesn't look like St. Louis will. Maybe Milwaukee. Let's see where we're at heading into this Cubs series as the NL beats the AL. Rourke is back. We don't care about our draft picks. They're never touching the majors. All right, let's get that on automatic. Thank you very much. And the Cotters are playing like shit, and Greg Terry tore his shoulder. Okay. Not good for Cotterville, as Terry is headed to the injured list with a shoulder tear, and the Cotters are going to have to call up some reinforcements here from the minor league system, and it's going to be Andrew Rabbit, an honorary Cotter. We'll have to fill in the rotation for the time being. I mean, the dude's fucking unhittable in real life, a complete luck merchant. So can you bring some of that to Cotterville, please, for a month? Meanwhile, the Cotters are 56 and 48. Cubs are going to track them down. We don't care about that bum. Probably should have just turned off injuries now that I think about it. I turned the sliders way down. I'll turn them off for next season. All right. Cotters are 60 and 52 headed to Wrigley Field, and the Cubs have the lead in the division by 2 games. What a choke job by Cotterville. Just a disaster. We're going to quick manage these Cubs games. Rydell versus Ben Brown, 2 meatball throwers who just groove pitches right down the middle of the plate and get hammered. So this should be a fun matchup for the offenses on either side. Let's see how it goes. Just underperforming lineup. Look at 4 through 9 in that lineup. Just unacceptable. If we don't hit Ben Brown, we got a problem. Tosk is hitting .456 over his last 17 as a 15-game hit streak. And the bullpen is cooking. Top 3 in the Cotter order are getting it done. The rest, not so much. Tosk grounds out, Lang strikes out, and Wallace singles. Williams strikes out. Ben Brown, clean first inning, is just an absolute fucking disaster for the Cotter offense. He never gets through the first inning clean. Always multiple runs score, so that's a total disaster. An embarrassment for the Cotter offense. Holvey, welcome to the season. He actually hit the baseball. RBI double. Cotters lead at 1-0. And Caleb Cotter, 2-out RBI. How about that? Ryan McMahon's a Cub now. Middle of the Cotter order, feeble. Rydell, though, looks sharp in this game. PCA singles, but Rydell gets out of it. And here comes the Cotter offense against Brown. And they can't score. That's absolute bullshit. And Ian Happ goes deep to tie it. Tosk walks, Lang fielder's choice, Wallace fielder's choice, Williams single, and Salem strikes out. Let's see if Rydell can get through 5, maybe 6 in this game. He's looked pretty sharp other than the homer. Ryan Brazier comes in, and Tawari thrown out at the plate with nobody out. What a horrendous send by the third base coach as Gimmick Man singles. Cotter strikes out. Tosk rounds out, and the Cotters don't score. See if Rydell can get through the 6th. He nearly does. Hap 2-out double, and he gets out of it. Good outing for Rydell. 6 innings, a 2-run ball. Can the Cotters get him some runs? No, they cannot. Let's go to the bullpen. Smith is going to enter. Gives up a leadoff double and gets out of it. 2-2 after 7. Luke Little in the game. Just take every pitch. You'll get on. As he hits Tawari and walks Holvey. Here we go. Price. We don't have any good right-handed hitting options on the bench, do we? Other than fucking fat fuck? No, that's not going to happen. 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs for Caleb Cotter in the top of the 8th here at Wrigley Field. Humongous at-bat in the game. And there's strike 1. and fouled off. It's 0-2. Just inside. What a take. Single scores 2 here for Caleb. And he smacks one foul. One-two pitch, swing, and a miss. Strike 3. Inning over. Little gets out of it, and he's walking towards the outfield. Osama Ben Keefe was warming. There's no way we're letting that idiot come into the game. There are 3 righties up, though, so it's not going to be Handel either. Who is it going to be? Let's see if Coleman Hawkins can throw it in the zone. Doesn't look like he's done a whole lot of that so far here in the second half of the year. Does get Horner to ground out. John Birdie is hitting second somehow. Someone must have gotten hurt. 1-2-3 inning for Hawkins. Can the Cotters score with the top of the lineup do against Porter Hodge? Tosk leadoff walk. Lang fielder's choice. Wallace fielder's choice. Williams reaches on an error. We don't care about pinch running right now. Got to keep Wallace in the game. And it is Joel Salin at the plate. First and second, 2 outs. Hitting from the left side, takes a strike. Not sure why it says Kyle Tosk on the thing, but it is absolutely Joel Salin at the plate. That thing is right down the middle. Not sure what we're waiting for in this at-bat if you're not going to swing the bat at that one. 0-2. Inside, ball 1. One-two pitch, just got a piece of the splitter. Stays alive. And Joel chases. Fastball in the dirt, inning over. Cubs will look to walk it off. Feeble offensive day for the Cotters in the midst of a pretty feeble offensive season. It's Happ, McMahon, and Bush, and they are going to face Michael Handel in his 1.94 ERA. Happ strikes out. McMahon singles. Bush double play ball. We're headed to the 10th. Tawari grounds out, Holvey grounds out, Price strikes out, and the Cotters don't even get the runner to third. Here comes Mike Farmer to try and get this to the 11th against Dansby Swansuck, and Swansuck walks it off. Have some fucking shame, please. Throw a slider off the plate, and that shit's not happening. He's in the dugout. Cubs take a 3-game lead in the division. Nobody to blame but the Cotter offense in that one. There's no chance in hell Swansuck isn't whiffing at a slider in that situation in real life, just like he did in Philadelphia Monday. Just feeble by Cotterville. Andrew Abbott's going to take the mound, though, for the Cotters here in this next game. Honorary Cotter. Pitching pretty well. Okay, the top of the Cotter lineup, or the Cubs lineup, is John Birdie and Nicky Lopez. If you can't win this game, please give up on the fucking season. Facing Jamison Tyone. Definitely a tough task. That dude's a dog. Toss leadoff single. Lang single. How do you not score on a fielder's choice to second? And then a double play by Williams. I mean, just pathetic. Nicky Lopez got a hit off you. Please retire. And Suzuki drives in a run. McMahon base hit, walking fucking fossil Justin Turner, and then a Maya 2-run single. I mean, this is an utter disaster. Cotter offense can't hit, except Gimmick Man does send one out. I mean, stop walking the 40-year-old who can't catch up to a fastball. Throw a fastball down the middle. He's not going to do shit with it. 3-1 game headed to the 5th. Bottom of the Cotter lineup. Price 2 for 2. Cotter toss grounds out. Abbott's given a nice outing. Other than the damage early in the game. Let's go to the pen here. Osama to face the righty pocket. Nice work striking out the side. Tyone is owning the Cotter offense. 7 innings, a 1-run ball. Let's get Drew Spalding in there. 3-1 game. Cotters have 6 outs to play with. Pete Fairbanks in, strikes out Caleb Cotter. Tusk walks, tying run to the plate. Can Wallace send one to the seats? Nope, he'll strike out. Let's go with Smith again. Why not? Solo homer, 4-1. Cotters need 3 against Tyson Miller. And Salem will double with 1 out. Tawari will double, tying run to the plate as Council is going to motion to his bullpen. Holvey's not the power guy you want up right now, but if he can get on and keep the line moving, the Cotters might have a rally here as Hodge will come in for the 2nd straight day. Let's see if Holvey can drive in another, make this a 1-run ball game.
No ball, 1 strike.
0-2 on Holvey. Good take. Good take. Cotter's new projected record is 89-73. Just feeble. That's not good enough for this roster. What are we watching? What are we possibly watching there? That was a hanging sweeper in the middle of the plate. That looks a lot like Dansby Swansuck's clutch at bats. That's a lot more accurate depiction right there. Yep, butthole Tim. Yep. And it's up to Gimmick Man, who's had a good day. And that was a hanger, and he whiffed at it. That was the pitch to send into the right field bleachers. And he was early on it. Good take inside there. Fastball up and in, 1-1. Price does have some power against righties. That's what the Cotters need right now. A long ball into the right field bleachers. That ball's low. It's 2-1. Caleb Cotter would be on deck. I'd actually think Nate Reed will take the at-bat if we get to it, just to get some left-handed pop against Hodge. But we're not going to get to it. Lazy fly ball. Ball game over. Cubs win the first 2 of the series and are up 4 games in the Central. Are the Cotters even going to make the playoffs? I mean, how fucking feeble can you be? Better salvage the last game against Matthew Boyd, who has not played well in this simulation. Van Ness on the hill for Cotterville. Austin Cotter getting the start against the Southpaw. Williams has been a disappointment. The big Cotter bullpen, though, 1.79 ERA over their last 11. This is a must-win for Cotterville.
Ball 4, take your base.
Leadoff walk for toss. 2-run homer, Brady Lang. Cotters lead at 2-0.
Ball 4, take your base. You're out.
Can Van Ness deliver a good outing before I start speaking? Who just fucking homered off Owen Van Ness? Who? I mean, this is unbelievable. Way to show up with a 2-run lead that you were gifted in the top of the first. What a fucking feeble-ass showing. 4-run inning for Van Ness. Fucking Nico Horner homered. You have to literally lob a T-ball into the plate for him to send one to the seats. Let's see if Toss can steal a bag. Yes, he can. Better score this run. Wallace strikeout. You gotta be fucking kidding me with that strikeout. There's Troy Williams with an RBI knock. And a 3-run homer for Kieran Tawari. Cotters lead it. Cotters lead in the third. Tawari plays long ball. Can Van Ness settle in at all? And Fat Ass with a base hit. Toss walks. He's on for the third time. Lang gets both runners over for Wallace, who just can't hit when we jump in and quick manage. Don't think I've seen a Wallace hit yet in our quick manage sessions. Sailing double play ball. Can Van Ness just get through 5? Please. No, he can't. Goodbye. 7-run outing. He's terrible. Youngman will come in. Double play ball. It's a big DP. But it's 8-6. PCA RBI double. Jordan Wicks is in. Please hammer him. He's horrible. They go down 1-2-3. Just pathetic, feeble baseball from Cotterville. About to get swept out of Wrigley Field as Ian Happ adds some insurance with a 2-run homer. Just pathetic stuff. Tosk and Lang are doing work at the top of the order, not getting a whole lot of help other than Tawari. Sailing, though, a base hit. It's 10-8. I mean, dear God, Julian Merriweather's in the game. If this ball's not in the left field bleachers, we're going to have a problem. How do you strike out to that bum? Just pathetic. Pathetic. Who's in now? Actually, Youngman's just going to stay in. He's got more in him. 1-2-3 frame. Price ground out. Austin Cotter facing the lefty. Little doubles. Tosk base hit first and third for the meat of the Cotter order. Tosk has been on all 5 times he's been up. Lang's been on 4 times. Can he make it 5 here? He represents the go-ahead run. And it's high for ball 1. And Lang pops one foul behind him. One pitch inside. It's 2-1. 2 for 3 today for Lang with a bomb. He's hitting .318 on the season. Get this man in the MVP balloting immediately. And he takes ball 3. Wallace on deck. Pretty feeble numbers with runners in scoring position this year, and he's 0 for 4. But still a dangerous hitter. 3-1 to Lang. Will he get a pitch to drive here? He kind of did. It was up, but he watched it, and now it's full. Huge pitch in the game right here. 3-2, and Lang just kept the bat on his shoulder twice in a row. Could you get more feeble than that shit? It's up to Wallace against the lefty. Inside, ball 1.
Inside.
Takes the sweeper inside, 2-0. Here's the pitch to hammer. Or chase outside.
2-1's the count.
Definitely wanted to hit there on 2-0, but that pitch, not one to hit. 2-1 now. There's a fastball. Base hit. That'll make it a one-run game. Tim Wallace base hit into right field. We have ourselves a ball game at Wrigley. Heck of a job by Wallace after the feeble swing on the sweeper off the plate. Gets a fastball he can handle and drives it through the right side. And that'll do it for Little as Troy Williams, dangerous hitter, will face Ryan DePressley. Huge opportunity for Williams here as Elliott is going to pinch run. That's terrible. What a terrible decision. Wallace is now out of the game for no reason. That runner doesn't even really fucking matter at this point. That's just ridiculous to pull Tim. Swing and a miss. That never happens with DePressley on the mound, whiffing at a pitch, so you should feel a lot of shame for that. That ball is outside. One and two on Williams. What are we swinging at? Fouls it away, stays alive. Tying run on second. Elliott speed the go-ahead run on first. Any ball in the gap or down the line. Williams there on the slider. It is 2-2. And he fouls it away. Good battle here for Troy. Ninth pitch of the at-bat on the way from Presley. And he fouls that one away. That's a tough pitch. Looked like a strike. 85% of the way to the plate. 10th pitch of the at-bat, and he takes it inside. It's full. Joel Salen's on deck. He had an RBI single last inning. 11th pitch, 3-2 count. Crowd at Wrigley on their feet, and Williams is going to stay alive again. What an at-bat. Can he pay it off with a game-tying knock? Another 3-2 from Presley. Swing and a miss at a fastball. That is a really tough way to end that at-bat. A fastball over the heart of the plate, and he whips at it on the 12th pitch of the battle, and the Cotters leave the 8th inning down by 1. It does say William Contreras is hitting .335. He's a hell of a player. Youngman's night is over. Handel's night is starting. Trying to keep the Cubs where they are. Walks Kyle Tucker, strikes out Suzuki, and Happ adds on insurance. Unfucking believable. Salen strikes out, Tawari grounds out, and the Cotters get swept out of Wrigleyville and trail the NL Central by 5 games. It does not get more fucking pathetic than that. Tosk and Lang did all they could at the top of the order. Tawari had a 3-run homer. Even fucking Austin Cotter gets 2 hits and you don't do shit with it because it's fucking batting practice on the mound. And the Cotters are now 60 and 55. There's no way they're in a playoff spot. Nope. Oh, they're tied for the 3rd wild card. That's where the Cotters have stooped to now. That's where Cotterville is in their fucking season. Let's go to the start of September. See if Terry can get healthy. That's a big thing. Still hurt. Cotter's starting to win some ball games. Don't care, Reese Hines. You are a bum. All right, September call-up time. Cotter's 70 and 67. The Brewers have now overtaken them. The NL Central is out of reach. They're fighting for a wild card spot, and they're a game out of Milwaukee. How goddamn pathetic is this season? This final series of the year might be for a postseason berth. Good Lord, the Cotters are a fucking joke. Just absolute dog shit. Fucking Will Benson's gonna be a Cotter now. I hate that piece of shit. Here we go. There's a W against Toronto. Another W. 2 of 3 against Toronto's a nice start. Can they beat the Mets? They can. Frank the Tank is losing it as the Cotters sweep the New York Mets. They might be back in the NL Central race. They've taken over the Milwaukee Brewers. Now they go to San Diego, lose the first one, lose the second one, get swept. Go fuck yourself, Cotterville. I mean, what a pathetic joke. All the momentum back on their side, go get swept. Now playing the A's, who are 62 and 85. Going to win that one, and they're going to get Greg Terry back from injury. Goodbye, Andrew Abbott. Your time is done. How did he pitch? Awfully. What a pathetic loser he is. Back to the rotation, Terry goes. Cots do get the first 2 against the Athletics. They sweep the Athletics and now are headed to Busch Stadium. 5 back of the Cubs, and they are safely in a wild card spot. So they've done some work in September. That Cubs series could still have division implications, but they got to handle the Cardinals at Busch Stadium, which is never easy to do, as evidenced by that loss. And that loss, they salvaged Game 3. 4 back of the Cubs, who must have gotten swept, and it's a 4-game set in Cotterville. So the Cotters, if they sweep this series, can tie the Cubs atop the division. As far as the wild card race, the Cotters are there pretty comfortably over Milwaukee. Not comfortably, actually, only 2 up. So these are important ball games. Rydell Brown, the meatball off to start the series. Here we go. This will be the last we do tonight, is this Cubs series. And then hopefully some postseason ball tomorrow. Forewarning now before everybody cries at me, I will not be doing Cotter baseball on Saturday night. So just get that in the airwaves right now, 48 hours notice. Tomorrow night we will do some playoff ball, though. Humongous series for the Cotters. Kyle Tucker's hitting fucking .516 over his last 8. Tosk just keeps raking. Cotter starting pitching staff pitching well. Rydell on the hill here. The Cotterville Coliseum. Brady Lang solo homer. Cotters lead at 1-0. Can Rydell have a good outing? Can the bottom of the Cotter order do anything? That's another question. Bottom of the Cotter lineup is feeble as hell. Rydell works around the trouble. We got a pitcher's duel here. Somehow the Cotters can't hit Meatball Brown. Just absolutely pathetic. Guy's going to throw you 14 meatballs a game. Send them to the fucking seats, please. Hovey walks. Price walks. Cotter walks. They're loaded for Tosk. He walks. Attaboy, Ben Brown. That's more like it. Ryan Presley will enter, and he'll walk a guy. 5 straight walks for Cotterville, and Troy Williams grand slam at 7-0 Cotters. There we go. That's the Ryan DePresley that's coming soon. His Mick luck will not last long. Rydell, meanwhile, is twirling a shutout on the mound, starting to lose it a little bit. Time to go to the pen, but a hell of an outing from Rydell. 6 1/3 shutout for now. If Hawkins can get these next 2, he can. What an outing for Jackson. Let's go to the scrubs in the pen. Spalding actually has had a decent year, and he's walked back-to-back guys. The last thing he can do with a 7-run lead is walk 2 guys. Does work around it, though. Joel Salin pads the lead 8-0 with a solo blast. And let's let Tony Santillan close it out. Cotters win. Cotters are within 3 games of the NL Central lead. That is a nice win, and Rydell was awesome. Only 5 hits despite 8 runs. A lot of walks. If Sam says one more thing about the fucking Cardinals, please kick him from the chat. We don't care. We do not care. Jamison Tyone versus Greg Terry. Nice pitching matchup here in Game 2. Cotterville Coliseum is fucking awesome. Got some tired legs here. Joel Salin, he's never going to sit, though. He hasn't had a break in a while. He's not missing this Cubs series. Are we fucking kidding? He's not soft and pussy. Like a certain catcher fat fuck I know who's probably looking to take a day off, go get some McDonald's mid-game. Let's go, Terry. Following Rydell's footsteps. Cotters can't do anything in the first on Tyone. Terry looks solid early. Good work, Greg Terry. 3 shutouts so far. Cotter offense doing absolutely fucking nothing on Tyone. Top of the order. Tim Wallace having a rough go. I don't think we've seen him get a hit yet in quick manage mode. Bases juiced for Gimmick, man, and he walks. Cotters lead at 1-0 in the 5th. Feeble strikeout for Caleb. Toss grounds out. Terry going to have to protect a 1-0 lead. Cotter starters have not allowed a run yet in the series. Wallace gets on. Attaboy. Runner thrown out on an error. Okay, then. Terry into the 7th. Greg Terry is dominating. 1-0 lead, and I don't think he wants to come out just yet. He's got more in the tank. Caught stealing Caleb Cotter. That's huge. Caught PCA stealing. That is big time. Does walk corner, and his energy bar is low. That'll do it for Terry at pitch 107, but what an outing. Let's see if Michael Handel, actually, Suzuki destroys lefties. I don't think the game has him destroy lefties, though. So Handel's going to come in, gets the fly out. Tucker flies out. Cotters lead 1-0. Can they get some insurance? Toss hit by a pitch. Langfielder's choice. Tim Wallace is feeble. And it is 1-0, and it is Michael Farmer time against Hap, Swanson, McMahon. Gets Hap to pop up. Swanson grounds out. McMahon strikes out. 1-0 Cotter win. What a win for Cotterville. They are 2 back in the division. Greg Terry was awesome. And Handel and Farmer lock it down. 47th save of the year for Farmer. A walk is the only run the Cotters get. Yeah, Wallace might need a mental break in this one. It's possible that could do him some good. Are we facing Boyd in this game? Because against the lefty, perfect time to get Wallace a breather, yeah. Jordan Elliott, welcome to the lineup, sir. We're going to move Joel up to third. Actually, no, Williams will hit third. Tawari here. Has Holvey been feeble? He's played a little bit better. Here's our lineup for today. Joel Salin is not going to sit this series. Van Este on the hill against Boyd. If the Cotters win this one, they're a game back with a chance to sweep and tie the division tomorrow with Rourke on the hill. Boy, that would be awesome. Leadoff double, Nico Horner. Don't you dare let John Birdie get a hit. Why on earth would he ever hit second? And the Cubs lead at 1-0. Is that their first run of the series? It is. Cotters have a chance to answer back, and they do. Joel Salin, 2-run double. That's why he doesn't take a day off. Michael Busch ties it with a solo home run. Elliott base hit. You're grabbing second for sure. Can Austin come through? Fuck no, he can't. Tosk base hit. But the Cotters strand 2 on base, and Tucker homers off Van Ness. Cubs lead. Van Ness's day might be short today. Doesn't look very sharp. Tawari 2-out double. Can he get through the 4th at least? Is that too much to ask? He does. Has given up 9 hits already, though. Fat ass grounds out. That'll do it for Van Ness. Youngman will take over. Tucker walks and steals. Happ drives him in for 2 Cubs. Suzuki RBI single. 5-2 Cubs. 2 more will score. Please depart the mound. Point to the heavens. Ask for forgiveness from a departed relative for that atrocious performance, Jack Youngman. Absolutely atrocious. Cotters need to cut into this lead, and Holvey will help him do that with a knock. And Gimmick Man will single 8-4. Cotter's not done just yet, but they got to get some work from their pen. Keefe has turned it around here in the second half. Good outing. Top of the Cotter order. Tosk walks, Lang walks, Williams strikes out, Salin strikes out. That was disappointing. On to Jake Smith. Base hit Suzuki, walk Michael Busch. 2 runs scored, 10-4 Cubs. Just not the Cotters' day here today, 11-4. Cubs offense had no runs in the first 2. They've got 11 in this one. And this deficit's just too big for the Cotters to overcome. Let's throw the scrubs in. Save the high leverage guys for Rourke bump day tomorrow. Let's get some guys off their feet. We're going to pinch hit Tosk for Reed. He'll walk. Let's get Lang out of there. Get him a breather. Base hit Andrew Tyson. The bench is mounting a comeback. Salin, 2-run double. It's 11-7. Did we pull the starters too soon? I don't think so. Let's move Elliott to center. I think Reed can play left, actually. Hold on. Reed has left, right, center backup. I don't think he has center backup, but apparently he does. Let's go with Drew Spalding. Can the Cotters score 4? Holvey, base hit. Price, double. Elliott against Hodge, grounds out. Cotter strikes out. Reed, 2-run double. And we pulled the starters too soon. Andrew Tyson is the tying run. Brutal managerial decision there, I must admit. This would be Brady Lang's spot in the order. Although Nate Reed has gotten like 3 hits off the bench, so in some ways. Oh, and 2 on Tyson. And he watches strike 3. Cubs win. Cubs win game 3. Cotters look to win the series tomorrow with Rourke on the hill. and a fresh legs for their top 3 guys. Justin Steele versus Connor Rourke. And Connor Rourke has not had a great second half, it appears. 2.79 ERA still, but not the finest second half of the season. Joel Salin is not coming out, no matter how many times you ask. What a starting pitcher duel we got here. Huge game for the Cotters to keep the division race in reach. Good start for Rourke. Tim Wallace, man, just can't hit. Bases loaded, 1 away. Amaya pops out. PCA pops out. Great work by Rourke. Rourke smiling and dancing, getting his most hated player, Pico Armstrong, to pop out. Probably flexed on his way to the dugout. Cubs lead. Cubs lead 2-0. Rourke did not work out of that jam. Cotter offense has 1 hit off of Steele through 5. And surely Fatass won't do it. Tosk with a double with 1 away. Lang grounds out. Tim Wallace! Runner in scoring position, hit. It's 2-1. No way. How many pitches is Rourke at? He's had to work hard. 93 he's done. That'll do it for Rourke. Keefe in the ball game now. 2-1 ball game, leadoff double Horner. Base hit Suzuki, base hit Tucker. What a terrible outing for Keefe. Does limit the damage. Leadoff single for Jolk. Tawari gets him to third with a base knock. Pete Fairbanks in the game. Double play and the run doesn't score. That's not humanly possible. Price with a huge 2-out hit. 3-2 ball game. Hawkins time. Stolen base for Dansby Swanson. PCA walks, Horner strikes out. 3-2 game, top of the Cotter order. Strikeout, Tosk, Lang ground out, Wallace ground out. Cotter's down to their final 3 outs. Handel will look to keep it at 3-2. Walks Tucker, Happ flies out, McMahon flies out. Cotter's down to their final 3 outs against Porter Hodge. It's Williams with a leadoff knock. Let's jump in. Here comes the Cotters. Chance to win the series. They need a rally here in the 9th. Williams on first, and actually let's get Williams out of the game for Elliott immediately after this pitch. Nope, not bullpen. Here comes Jordan Elliott. 98 speed, 95 steal on first. Let's see if they send him. Not there. 2-0. Swing and a miss at the sweeper. And that ball is low. It's 3-1. Might not even need to get Elliott in motion to steal one or to get on second. Well, they probably should, because Salin with a feeble ass pop out on 3-1. If Elliott doesn't go on the first pitch of this at bat, I'm sending him myself. Tawari steps to the plate. No batting gloves, Tawari. Foul. Here we go. Imagine if I just took a swing here. Oh my fucking God, he gets picked off. I hate this game so much. I hate this game so much. Ball game. Cubs get out of the series with a split. Cotter's probably going to have to settle for a wild card berth. Seven more games, and the Cotters have to make up 4 games of ground. I tell you, I don't see it happening. There's a win. Joel Salin pulled his leg muscle. All right, then. 2 of 3. 3 back with 3 to play against Milwaukee. Now, is this Milwaukee series for the wild card? If it is, it sure as shit is. Cotters lead Milwaukee by 1 game, and the winner of this series gets the last wild card spot, I believe. Because, let's see if Milwaukee is the tiebreaker. Otherwise, they'd need to sweep. Well, they'd help their tiebreaker chances there. Let's see what the Milwaukee series have been like here early in the year. I can't even fucking see these. Milwaukee. I can't see these home series. Where is Milwaukee? Here, nope, that's the Twins. I swear to God, I can't see. Okay, here's Milwaukee. Cotter's lost 2 of 3. So the season series is 2-1 Milwaukee. Where the fuck are these Milwaukee series, bro? Okay. Cotter's won 3 of 4 here against Milwaukee. So the season series is 4-3 Cotters at this point, and there should be another Milwaukee series that I missed because I can't fucking see the home opponents. This shit is terrible. Where is Milwaukee? There's one more series that has been played between these 2 teams, and I can't find it. Here, Cotter's won 2 of 3, so that would make the season series 6-4 Cotterville, which means if Milwaukee wins 2 of 3, they still don't have the tiebreaker, which means Milwaukee has to sweep this series to get into the postseason. Cotters just have to win 1 and they're in. I think. Unless they play game 163 now or something. I don't even think. I don't think they do that. I think they just do tiebreakers. So, 1 win clinches a postseason berth for Cotterville, and it's Van Ness versus Demon Freddy Peralta. That's a tough matchup for Cotterville. Peralta's number's not very good, though, in this game. Look at William Contreras. I mean, look at that middle of the order. Contreras, Yelich, Churio. That's going to be tough for Van Ness to get through here today. And these 2 teams wearing the same colored uniforms. Nice. Sal Frelick leadoff double. That guy just hits the ball. Simple as that. Why is Andrew Tyson starting? Oh, because Joel's hurt. Bases loaded. Grand slam. Caleb Cotter. The Cotters can smell the postseason. Caleb Cotter.
Out. You're out.
4-0 Cotterville. 2-run homer, William Contreras. Not much you can do there if you're Van Ness. He rakes in this game.
Ball 4, take the base. Out. 3. You're out. 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 You're out. 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 3.
Cotter offense has gone quiet since the grand slam until Gimmick Man hits one out. 5-2 Cotters. Toss goes deep at 6-2 Cotters. See if Van Ness can get through 6. He can't. Churio base hit.
Ball 4, take the base.
Let's get the lefty Spalding in for Dunn. 3-run homer. Who just homered? Who just hit a 3-run homer? Who the fuck just hit a 3-run homer? I know Brady Lang is going to be incredulous about that one.
That's ball 4.
Game-tying 3-run homer, Oliver Dunn.
Ball 4, take the base. 3.
Brewers threatening, they don't score.
Ball 4, take your
Leadoff walk Price. Base hit Caleb Cotter. Go ahead run on third. Double play toss. Brady Lang base hit. Cotter's lead at 7-6. Handel time. Oh, he's low on energy. We're going to Hawkins instead. 1, 2, 3. Can the Cotters get some insurance? Clinch their postseason berth. Mike Farmer time. Leadoff hits Selfried. Strikes out Ortiz. Double play Contreras. The Cotters are going to the postseason. The big Cotters are headed to the playoffs. They are going to the wild card. They beat the Brewers and clinch postseason berth. Caleb Cotter have a day. Farmer's nails. Salen's back. Cotters are headed to the playoffs. Very feeble season at 85 and 77. Farmer led the league in saves with 50. Rourke pitching more at 5-5. And awards, Brady Lang wins Rookie of the Year. Kennedy was second in the Cy Young. Tosk was second in the batting title. Look at that reliever of the year. Joel Payamps. Cotters sweep the Rookie of the Year voting. Tosk was second and Hank Aaron. Gold gloves to Joey Ortiz. Tim Wallace wins a gold glove in left. Nice work. Final numbers for everybody. Tosk, 312, 407, 559, 966 OPS, 30 homers, 65 RBIs, 85 walks, 81 strikeouts, 18 steals in the leadoff spot, 8.3 WAR season. I mean, good Lord. That is an unbelievable year. Brady Lang, pretty damn good in his own right. 910 OPS, 95 driven in, 31 bombs, 5.6 WAR. Tim Wallace thinks he's the worst player of all time. Certainly didn't have a very good second half. I will say that. 844 OPS, 26 homers, 87 RBIs. More walks than strikeouts. 4.5 WAR. I think Wallace can do better. Troy Williams, very underwhelming season. Did get to 20 homers, 84 RBIs, but 716 OPS, 0.5 WAR. Not going to cut it from the starting first baseman. Joel Salen, not a great season. A lot of strikeouts. Did homer 23 times, 76 runs batted in, 736 OPS, 2.9 WAR. Solid. Kieran Tawari, solid offensive season, 792 OPS. Very good walk-to-strikeout ratio, 25 homers, 66 RBIs. This Cotter team does not strike out, man. They do not strike out. Sam Holvey turned it around a little bit in the second half. Still a shit season overall, but drove in 50. Got up to 243 after he was at 202. 2.1 WAR, good defense at third. Gimmick Man Price ended up turning his season into an okay one. 19 homers, 67 RBIs. Another guy who doesn't strike out. Negative WAR player, though, because they take away 1 win above replacement for gimmicking. Caleb Cotter, pretty ass season. Just not going to hit much. Did Austin do any better? Fuck no, he didn't. He's a pathetic piece of garbage. 0 WAR for Austin. Andrew Tyson, decent bench infielder. Somehow got 245 plate appearances. Was okay with them. Nate Reed, 210 average, 636 OPS. Just not much there. Jordan Elliott, 20 stolen bases, 624 OPS. There's your offense. Pitching rotation, Connor Rourke, heck of a season. 209 innings of 2.80 ERA ball, struck out 221, led the league in pitching WAR. Kennedy finished second in the Cy Young. 209 innings of awesome ball, 2.41 ERA, just spectacular work. Jackson Rydell ended up turning things around, got under a 4 ERA with his second half of the year. Pretty good work from him. Terry missed some time, only started 24 games, but was really damn good when he did. 3.48 ERA, 2.6 WAR. And Van Ness, the weak link in the rotation, will not be starting playoff games for the Cotters, thankfully. Youngman ate some innings out of the pen, 56 innings at 3.36 ERA ball. Did have that atrocious outing against the Cubs. What are you going to do? Let's get Sam Tillin off the team. And add Ingram. Keefe, pretty solid season. 58 innings, 3.55 ERA, 134 whip. Could be a lot worse. Spalding, 59 innings at 3.66 ERA ball, struck out 57. Jake Smith struck out 93 in 79 innings. ERA wasn't great, but he's got electric stuff back there. If you need a strikeout, he's a guy you're going to call. 25 innings of good work from Ingram overall. Gave up a lot of base runners, but 2.81 ERA. All reliable Handel, 80.1 innings. The dude's arm is going to fall off of his body, and yet he's still at a 2.02 ERA and a 1.01 whip. Just phenomenal work from Handel. Hawkins up and down season, struck out 84, touched 100, but 9 losses, 7 blown saves, and a 4.19 ERA. Will be interesting to see how he's used in the postseason. And then the Cotters all-star closer led the league in saves, 50 saves, blew only 6, not terrible, 71 and 2/3 innings, struck out 87, only 56 hits allowed, 2.89 ERA, 1.16 whip. Mike Farmer, all-star closer, really, really good season. So those are your Cotter numbers. The Cotters will be heading to Atlanta for a 3-game wild card series, the first of which will be a matchup between Connor Rourke and Spencer Strider, and we will see you tomorrow night for that.